Have you ever stopped to think about how vital oxygen is to your body? It's the invisible fuel that powers every single cell, keeping your brain sharp, your heart beating, and your muscles moving. But what happens when your body isn't getting enough oxygen? Surprisingly, it doesn't always scream for help, it whispers. Subtle signs like a racing heartbeat, lightheadedness, or even a slight change in your skin tone can quietly indicate low oxygen levels. These symptoms are often brushed off as minor or unrelated issues, but ignoring them could lead to serious health complications. That's why it's so important to recognize these signs early. Catching them in time can mean the difference between a simple fix and a life-threatening situation. In this video, we'll uncover 12 critical but often overlooked signs that your body may be low on oxygen, and what you can do about it. Let's dive in. Number 1. Rapid heartbeat. Have you ever felt your heart racing, even when you're not running a marathon or dealing with stress? This could be your body trying to tell you it's not getting enough oxygen. When oxygen levels drop, your heart goes into overdrive, pumping faster to make sure your vital organs get the oxygen they need to function. This response, called tachycardia, is your body's way of compensating for the lack of oxygen in your blood. Symptoms of this include a pounding or racing heartbeat, even while you're at rest. It might come with chest discomfort, feelings of anxiety, or palpitations. Sometimes, it's linked to chronic conditions like COPD or heart failure, but it can also result from sudden issues like a blood clot or severe infection. Ignoring a rapid heartbeat can lead to complications, such as irregular heart rhythms, arrhythmias, or even heart failure over time. So, if you're experiencing this alongside fatigue, dizziness, or shortness of breath, it's important to take action. See a healthcare professional immediately. Treatment might involve oxygen therapy, addressing breathing problems, or managing an underlying heart condition. Your heart works hard every day, don't ignore its SOS signals. Catching this early can save your health and prevent further complications. Number 2. Excessive sweating. Have you ever broken into a sweat for no obvious reason, not because it's hot or you're working out, but out of nowhere? This could be your body's subtle cry for help when it's not getting enough oxygen. When oxygen levels drop, your body enters fight or flight mode, releasing adrenaline to cope with the stress. One result? You might start sweating more than usual. This isn't your typical sweat, though. It often feels cold and clammy and is accompanied by a sense of restlessness or discomfort. You might also notice rapid breathing and a fast heartbeat alongside it. These are your body's attempts to prioritize oxygen delivery to vital organs, even if it means leaving your skin cold and sweaty. Excessive sweating is particularly common during asthma or COPD flare-ups, or if you're exposed to carbon monoxide or high altitudes. In severe cases, it can be a warning sign of hypoxemic shock, a condition where oxygen deprivation starts to impact your organ function. What's important is recognizing this sweating as a potential symptom of oxygen deprivation, especially if it comes with other signs like dizziness, fatigue, or confusion. Don't brush it off as a minor inconvenience. Seek medical attention to determine what's causing it and address the root problem, whether it's with oxygen therapy, medication, or other interventions. Remember, sweating is your body's way of signaling something's not right, so listen to it. Catching this early could help you avoid more serious health issues down the road. Number 3. Cyanosis. Have you ever noticed a bluish or grayish tint to someone's lips, nails, or even their skin? This is called cyanosis, and it's a serious sign that your blood isn't carrying enough oxygen. When oxygen levels in your blood drop, hemoglobin, what gives blood its red color, becomes deoxygenated, and that creates a blue or gray appearance, especially in thin-skinned areas like the lips, nails, or inside the mouth and eyelids. Cyanosis can be caused by a range of issues. It might happen suddenly, such as during choking, a severe asthma attack, or a pulmonary embolism, a blood clot in the lungs. In these cases, it's a medical emergency. But it can also develop gradually in people with chronic conditions like COPD, congenital heart defects, or certain lung diseases. For individuals with darker skin tones, cyanosis can be harder to spot on the skin but may still show up in mucous membranes like the gums or eyes. If cyanosis appears suddenly, it's a red flag that something is very wrong. This could indicate a life-threatening issue, like a blockage in oxygen delivery. Seek immediate medical attention, don't wait. Treatments often involve oxygen therapy and addressing the underlying cause, such as clearing an airway obstruction or treating lung or heart issues. Number 4, confusion. Have you ever experienced moments where you just couldn't think clearly, struggled to make simple decisions, or felt like your memory was playing tricks on you? While these symptoms might seem harmless at first, they could be signs that your brain isn't getting enough oxygen. The brain is one of the most oxygen-dependent organs in your body, and when oxygen levels drop, its ability to function properly takes a hit. This lack of oxygen can lead to a range of cognitive issues. You might find it hard to focus, forget recent events, or feel disoriented, like you don't quite understand what's going on around you. In more severe cases, you might even fail to recognize familiar people or places, or struggle with basic tasks. Common triggers for confusion linked to low oxygen include sleep apnea, carbon monoxide poisoning, or exposure to high altitudes. These conditions disrupt oxygen supply, leaving your brain starved for the fuel it needs to keep you sharp and alert. Persistent confusion is a serious warning sign. Left untreated, it could progress to hypoxemia, where the brain is so deprived of oxygen that permanent damage becomes a risk. Watch for signs like an inability to recognize your surroundings, fainting, or worsening disorientation. If you or someone you know experiences these symptoms, don't ignore them. Seek immediate medical attention to identify the cause and restore oxygen levels. Early intervention can protect your brain and prevent lasting complications. Always listen to what your mind is trying to tell you. Number 5, euphoria. Imagine feeling an unexpected sense of happiness or even a strange calmness in a stressful or challenging situation. It might seem like a gift in the moment, but it could actually be a warning sign that your brain isn't getting enough oxygen. Euphoria, or a sudden sense of joy and detachment from reality, can occur when oxygen levels drop. This happens because the brain, in a desperate attempt to cope, releases adrenaline and other chemicals, creating a temporary emotional high. While this might feel harmless, it's anything but. Euphoria can mask the severity of the situation. You might ignore other warning signs like shortness of breath, dizziness, or rapid heartbeat, believing everything is fine. This is particularly dangerous in high-risk scenarios such as climbing to high altitudes, where oxygen levels naturally decrease, or during episodes of severe breathing problems linked to medical conditions. The risks are significant. Left unchecked, low oxygen levels can lead to fainting, confusion, or even life-threatening complications. Recognizing euphoria in these contexts is crucial. It's your body's deceptive way of signaling that something is wrong. If you or someone you're with starts feeling euphoric in a situation where oxygen deprivation is possible, take it seriously. Pause activities, seek medical attention, and restore oxygen levels as soon as possible. Understanding this symptom could prevent more serious consequences and keep you or your loved ones safe. Always trust what your body and instincts are trying to tell you. Number 6, visual problems. Have you ever experienced sudden blurriness, tunnel vision, or strange flashes of light in your vision? While these might seem like temporary annoyances, They could be your eyes signaling that they're not getting enough oxygen. Oxygen shortages in the body can disrupt blood flow to the retina and optic nerve, the two critical components that allow you to see clearly. The first signs of low oxygen in your vision may include difficulty focusing, hazy edges, or even spots or flashes of light. In more severe cases, you might notice tunnel vision, where your peripheral vision fades, or even temporary blindness. These symptoms often come on suddenly and can be linked to conditions like COPD, sleep apnea, carbon monoxide poisoning, or high-altitude sickness. Ignoring visual problems caused by oxygen deprivation can lead to serious complications. The retina and optic nerve are highly sensitive to oxygen levels, and prolonged shortages can result in permanent damage, including irreversible vision loss. If you notice persistent or recurring visual disturbances, don't brush them off. Seek medical attention immediately to determine the root cause. Treatments might include oxygen therapy or addressing the underlying health condition, such as improving lung function or managing sleep apnea. Number 7. Feeling lightheaded. Have you ever stood up too quickly and felt the world spinning, or experienced sudden dizziness out of nowhere? While feeling lightheaded is something many of us shrug off, it could be a sign that your brain isn't getting the oxygen it needs. Oxygen is crucial for maintaining balance and orientation, and when levels drop, your brain struggles to keep everything in sync. The symptoms can range from mild dizziness and unsteadiness to a spinning sensation or even fainting. These episodes are often more noticeable when standing or moving quickly. Common causes include anemia, lung diseases, heart problems, or dehydration, all of which can impact how oxygen is carried or delivered to your brain. If dizziness becomes a recurring issue, it's essential to take it seriously. Chronic lightheadedness may indicate long-term oxygen shortages, potentially linked to conditions like pulmonary hypertension or heart failure. On the other hand, sudden, severe episodes, especially if accompanied by chest pain, shortness of breath, or confusion, could point to an acute medical emergency, such as a blood clot or severe respiratory issue. What should you do? First, don't ignore the symptom. Monitor when and how it occurs, and seek medical attention to uncover the underlying cause. Treatments might involve addressing anemia, improving hydration, or managing lung or heart conditions. Number 8. Feeling drowsy. Do you often feel tired, sluggish, or mentally foggy, even after a good night's sleep? Persistent drowsiness might be more than just a sign of a busy lifestyle. It could indicate low oxygen levels in your body. Oxygen fuels every cell, and without it, your body's ability to produce energy is impaired. This can leave you feeling drained, physically weak, and mentally sluggish. This kind of fatigue is different from typical tiredness. It's the kind of exhaustion that lingers no matter how much rest you get. You may also notice muscle weakness, making even simple tasks feel challenging. Mentally, you might struggle to focus, stay alert, or complete everyday activities that used to require little effort. Low oxygen-related drowsiness is often linked to chronic conditions like COPD, sleep apnea, heart failure, or respiratory infections. These issues limit how effectively oxygen is delivered throughout your body, creating an ongoing cycle of fatigue. Ignoring persistent drowsiness can have serious consequences. Over time, low oxygen levels can lead to respiratory failure, a life-threatening condition where your body can no longer get the oxygen it needs to function. What can you do? Start by addressing the root cause. Seek medical advice to evaluate for underlying conditions, and consider lifestyle changes like improving sleep quality, staying active, and maintaining a healthy weight. Early intervention can restore your energy and help prevent more severe complications. Don't let drowsiness hold you back. It's your body's way of asking for help. Number 9. Nausea or vomiting. Have you ever felt nauseous or experienced sudden vomiting without any apparent reason, like food poisoning or a stomach bug? This could be a sign of something deeper, low oxygen levels in your body. When oxygen levels drop, your stomach and brainstem, particularly the vomiting center, can become stressed. This disruption often leads to nausea or vomiting, even when there's no digestive issue at play. The symptoms may seem unrelated to oxygen at first, but they're your body's way of signaling trouble. Low oxygen in the brain affects its ability to regulate functions, including those controlling nausea. Similarly, your digestive system relies on oxygen to function properly, and a shortage can trigger discomfort and imbalance. If this issue persists, the risks grow. Frequent vomiting can lead to dehydration, making it even harder for your blood to transport oxygen effectively. This creates a dangerous cycle where oxygen deprivation worsens over time. What should you do? The first step is to rehydrate. Dehydration makes everything worse, so restoring fluids is critical. Next, seek medical help to address the root cause of the oxygen deprivation, whether it's a lung issue, heart condition, or another underlying problem. Number 10. Tingling or numbness. Have you ever felt that pins and needles sensation in your hands or feet, or even noticed complete numbness in those areas? While it might seem harmless or just the result of sitting awkwardly for too long, it could be your body telling you it's not getting enough oxygen. When oxygen levels drop, blood flow to extremities and nerve signals can be disrupted. Fingers and toes, being farthest from the heart and lungs, are particularly vulnerable. This lack of oxygen impairs the nerve's ability to send signals properly, leading to that tingling sensation. If the deprivation continues, it can progress to full numbness, which is a more serious concern. This symptom is often linked to conditions like carbon monoxide poisoning, which blocks oxygen delivery to tissues, or altitude sickness, where oxygen levels in the air are low. Poor circulation caused by heart or lung conditions can also play a role. Ignoring this issue can lead to further complications, including nerve damage or tissue injury due to prolonged oxygen deprivation. That's why it's essential to seek immediate medical attention if you experience persistent tingling or numbness, especially if it's accompanied by other symptoms like dizziness, confusion, or fatigue. Number 11. Headaches. Have you ever experienced a throbbing headache that seems to come out of nowhere? While headaches are common, they can sometimes signal a more serious issue: low oxygen levels. When your body is deprived of oxygen, the blood vessels in your brain widen in an attempt to increase oxygen delivery. This widening creates pressure changes, leading to the pain and discomfort we recognize as a headache. These headaches can feel like a dull ache or intense throbbing and are often mistaken for tension headaches or dehydration. They might appear after physical exertion, in poorly ventilated spaces, or even at high altitudes where oxygen levels in the air are lower. If left untreated, headaches caused by oxygen deprivation can escalate into more severe symptoms, including dizziness, confusion, or fainting. Persistent or recurring headaches of this nature could be linked to conditions like sleep apnea, COPD, or other chronic respiratory or circulatory issues. What should you do? Don't brush off these headaches as minor inconveniences. If you suspect oxygen deprivation, try improving ventilation, hydrating, or taking a break from physical activity. If the headache persists or is accompanied by other symptoms like shortness of breath or dizziness, seek medical attention immediately. Number 12. Rapid breathing. Have you ever noticed yourself breathing quickly and shallowly, even when you're not exercising or under stress? This could be your body trying to make up for low oxygen levels. When oxygen drops, your body's natural response is to increase your breathing rate to compensate. However, This rapid breathing, or tachypnea, isn't always effective and can sometimes cause more problems than it solves. Rapid breathing often feels shallow, which limits how much oxygen is actually exchanged in your lungs. Over time, this can lead to hyperventilation, where too much carbon dioxide is expelled. The result? Symptoms like lightheadedness, tingling in your hands and feet, and even further oxygen delivery issues. This symptom is commonly linked to chronic respiratory conditions like asthma, COPD, or pulmonary fibrosis. Sudden respiratory infections, severe allergies, or exposure to high altitudes can also trigger rapid breathing as your body struggles to get enough oxygen. If you notice rapid breathing, it's crucial to address the root cause. Temporary measures like calming your breathing or repositioning your body can help, but persistent or severe cases require medical attention. Treatment often involves stabilizing oxygen levels with supplemental oxygen, ventilation support, or medications to address the underlying respiratory issue. Recognizing the 12 signs of low oxygen levels is crucial for protecting your health and preventing serious complications. Symptoms like rapid heartbeat, dizziness, confusion, or tingling might seem minor, but they can be early warnings of oxygen deprivation. By paying attention to these signals and addressing them promptly, you can avoid more severe issues and safeguard your well-being. If any of these signs resonate with you, don't ignore them, seek medical advice, and take steps to improve your oxygen levels. Your body relies on oxygen to function, and catching these symptoms early can make all the difference. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and share your thoughts or experiences in the comments below. Stay healthy and stay informed.